making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 165 pounds, he is the octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
Well, we talked about Joey Janela and his injury a year ago. Jonathan Gresham was essentially a substitution for Joey Janela, a last-minute entrant into the tournament proceedings, and he shocked everybody, came out of nowhere, and came a hair away from taking it all home. Gresham and Josh Alexander, the Super Indy 15 finals, matchup we won't soon forget. Gresham comes back this year, earned it in a qualified matchup a few months ago thanks to a reset button. Gresham has a chance to, let's say, make up for those losses of last year. He's had more time to prepare. Hell, he's had a year to prepare. Jay White is only 24 years old. He was born in Auckland, New Zealand, but he really came on the scene thanks to his time as a young boy, an upstart, looking for an opportunity in the New Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo that has led to major opportunities, not just in Japan, but in the United States as well. With Ring of Honor, Jay White went from obscurity to an 8-month unbeaten streak, and that's a lot due to just the heart and the tenacity. You know as well as I do, you have followed Japanese wrestling culture for quite some time. Not just anybody can go over there and survive the rigorous training of a New Japan dojo.
It's probably the hardest training you will ever go through, short of possibly Marine. It's they do not accept failure, is what it comes down to. They will beat the failure out of you.
Heavy on respect, heavy on discipline over there. And Jay White, as again, an electric crowd, and I can hear support for both of these athletes. It's really hard to pick a favorite in an environment like this. I will note that Jay White has added probably a good 20 pounds or so at least of muscle on his frame since I first started following his career. He is in the best shape of his career by far, and again at 24, it's only going to get better. Gresham is built more low to the ground, and he uses that in his submission arsenal. So I think whoever dictates the tempo of this matchup, dictates the style of this matchup, will potentially go a long way to securing their spot in the semifinals.
I will say, White, I agree with you. He looks like he's put on a little mass, put a few hours in the gym as of late. He has a little more weight, a little more height, and a little more reach, which I think tends to give him the advantage. But I don't know, there's something about Gresham I like.
Gresham is calculated, he is meticulous, without a doubt. He defeated Sugar Dunkerton in the first round last year, and he defeated Andrew Palace in the second round. And keep in mind, Jay Worth, at that point, Palace was the defending champion. So that is a huge deal that really opened a lot of eyes. And look at Gresham trying to leverage White out of the corner, White hanging onto the rope and showing that upper body mass that he possesses. White has, again, we're talking about maybe a 30-pound or so weight advantage, what you say?
And White just patted Gresham on the head and left him sitting atop the turnbuckle. So I guess we're into the mind games.
Yeah, a little condescending, wouldn't you say?
A little.
Gresham drops down. Gresham is, he's trying to, I believe, take White off balance. White is trying to maneuver Gresham. We're at a stalemate.
It seems more like, to me, like Gresham is challenging White. You're bigger and stronger than me. See if you can move me from here.
Crowd behind Jay White here at the moment. And Gresham is really at its best when he's focusing on that left arm. And he likes to set up for that octopus stretch that we saw him use so expertly at Super Indy 15 as White elevates Gresham now. Whoa, and Gresham with a takedown. Gresham very experienced in tournaments. U.S., Japan. Oh, high elevation on that drop kick. From CZW to 0-1, Gresham has been to, cover here for one, Gresham has been to 17 countries last time I checked. 5-time junior heavyweight champion in Japan. He has done so much. And again, such a little amount of time. Gresham is very young in his own right. but it's been around for about a decade or so. So he's got the experience advantage on Jay White. We'll see if that plays a factor. White on top, 4-2. Check out the bridge.
I was about to say, look at the bridge. You can tell a guy puts the hours in when he develops those traps. Those neck muscles and that bridging, which is so important to wrestling.
Jay Worth, many critics say Gresham is the best technical wrestler in the world right now. What say you?
I don't know that I would say he is, but I would say he has to be in the discussion when we talk about it.
Oh man, Gresham's body bounced off the corner. That was all impact, and there's that upper body strength of Jay White. Again, when I first started following Jay White, he was a junior heavyweight, but he's worked his way up the heavyweight class just through the diligent work he's put forth in the gym.
Gym and nutrition.
2 count only.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're just going to point out the winner will move on to face the winner of Chris LaRusso and Mike Orlando in the second round. So tough test for everybody. Again, this field is so deep. And again, when we talk about our favorites in the past matchup, that is just such a catch-22 because you don't want to say, well, I don't think this guy can do it, or I don't think this guy has as good of a chance, because, I mean, really, you can close your eyes and throw a dart, and you have just as good of a chance of predicting the winner as we do.
Seriously, they have this level of talent. It's impossible to predict.
And check out the pressure. Check out Jay White wrenching back. I believe that's chin lock on Gresham, but notice all of White's body weight is over top of Gresham. Gresham is just being smothered here.
He's just pulling back. There we go. You got a clean break. That's a mistake.
Well, again, keep in mind the discipline, the respect of the New Japan Dojo.
Keep in mind it's a Super Indy tournament, and the quicker you can get out of the ring and rest, the better for you.
I'm not arguing that to begin with, but Jay White just wasn't bred to do that. At least in the manner you want him to.
Well, if he wasn't bred, then someone needs to teach him.
You stay here, please. Jay White underneath Gresham, couldn't hang on to him. Oh, hard strike.
Hit high on the chest and moved up. Oh, that hurts. You ever been chopped?
I have. It's not pleasant.
No, not at all.
And Gresham has not really been able to really get into his forte. Would you say so?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, quick roll up here to a no.
I think that as another, I'm waiting to see him just send Gresham flying with one of those.
Yeah, Gresham. Oh,
seated senton.
Yeah, shades of Rey Mysterio, shades of Jacques Rougeau, whoever you want to reference. And Gresham. Oh, kick right to the arm. Could break an arm that way, and Gresham going to the left arm, attempting an arm drag, but again, the massive Jay White preventing that, but Gresham slips underneath the drop toe hold, now follow through, Jay White is prone, and Gresham charges in.
Couldn't tell if that was a drop kick or double knees, but whatever it was, it connected to the face.
Yeah, whatever it was, all 170 pounds or so of Gresham rushing in, certainly made it feel that much more devastating as Jay White gets out at 2. Since we've seen Gresham a year ago, he has signed a contract with Ring of Honor. He is on the road with them regularly. He has a busier schedule than ever before. His career has certainly skyrocketed over the past 12 months. Imagine how much further that ascension will go if the Super Indy title is added to his resume.
Talk about a traveling companion with you. You have 10 pounds of glory to carry around with you airport to airport.
And Gresham, you can see trying to bend and contort the arm, but Jay White came back. Hard forearm shot right around the jaw or the neck area, maybe the collarbone of Jonathan Gresham, the follow-through uppercut.
He went down to a knee and then just leapt at Jonathan Gresham. Just a great impact.
Yeah, roll-up was countered by White. Nice overhead throw. Jay White hanging on. You can see him, the popping of the hips of Jay White to get that momentum, to elevate Gresham each time. Oh, and Gresham to the arm. One opening, but can't follow through. Jay White has scouted his opponent. Deadlift, German with a bridge. Jay Jay White's got it. No.
No. Oh, he has the arm.
And Gresham comes up with the arm, has a target, a bullseye on the left arm of White.
He survived on getting dropped on the back of his head, and just as soon as he popped out, he caught that arm, saw it was free. You only get so many opportunities, and he's making the most of this.
That variation of a Kimura, but Gresham was not able to get over top of White like White was of Gresham earlier on. White to the vertical base. The back suplex breaks the grasp of Gresham.
Gresham up first, but to the corner. Oh!
And I think Jay White could feel that desperation, feel that dire state when he was trapped in the clutches of Jonathan Gresham there for a moment. And this matchup is going to open up a lot more, I think, in the next couple of minutes.
Good kick to the head. Nope, nope.
Gresham learned from the first time. White learned from the first time. Moves the arm out of the way of the kick. Comes through with a chop. But Gresham to his feet. Working on adrenaline. And it's Gresham. German counter. Standing side switches abound. And it's Jay White who's done a better job of stringing multiple strikes and moves together. But Gresham to his feet. Countering the German. And again the arm was exposed. And Gresham zeroes in. Look at this pinning combination.
Oh! Is that it?
Jonathan Gresham wins! Gresham calls that pinning combination Davy Jones' locker. And I guess he had a little bit of everything in that locker as Gresham tied Jay White up after that prelude to violence, zeroing in on that arm. And Jonathan Gresham, with a year of this albatross of Super Indy glory, narrowly slipping away in the finals, Gresham is on the road again, and he beat a man much larger and, according to some, with much more momentum than him. So, testament to Jonathan Gresham.
You have to believe that White, taking that knee drop to the arm, was thinking, well, he's going for the submission. Didn't see that pinning combination coming.
Great ovation of respect for Jay White, whose career is just getting started. But Gresham, his night just getting started. He's moving on to the semis.